And this is a competitive game where each player is going to be playing as a completely different character that each has its own movement pattern, as well as its own objectives that it's trying to complete in order to win the game. What I also really like about this game is that for each of these, the creator did provide a crochet pattern on their website that you can go ahead and check out and crochet your favorite little character. Players are going to be taking turns performing any amount of actions on their turn, but in order to perform most of these actions, you do normally have to spend a card. Players start with 3 cards at the beginning of the game, and each card will have 2 different halves on it representing a different region on the board. And these are all going to be color-coded, but essentially what it means is that you can spend one of those cards in order to end your movement in one of those regions. Like I said before, each character does have their own specific movement pattern, so depending on the character that you're playing as, the cards you have in your hand could give you completely different options from game to game. Some of the characters' objectives might also require them to try and collect different sets of these cards in order for them to win the game. And some of the cards might also show a jelly icon, which essentially makes that card act as a wild, and you can use it to move into any region of the board. But also you can choose to just discard that card in order to gain a jelly. The jellies are nice because they allow you to add additional spaces to your unique movement pattern, and they can also act as any color for any objectives that require you to collect certain sets. Some other characters may have specific tokens which have to be placed or collected in order to achieve their objectives. For example, one character has been split into multiple parts, and that character needs to go ahead and collect its pieces in order to merge itself back together, whereas another character actually can create tunnels and shortcuts out on the board, and her objective involves collecting samples through experimentation, and these tunnels help her move more efficiently between the different locations to help her complete that goal. But there's a ton of different characters that all modify the game in their very own way, and if you do want to check each of them out and learn more about this game, you can go ahead and find a link to it in the description down below.